Let's talk to you now when you got here in the spring. Just what's it been like, being here at Boise State?
It's a blessing. I'm living my best life with Coach D. The coaching staff supporting me in every which way. My teammates, they support me. They let me know that it's okay to be young. It's okay to mess up, but they're the first supporters when I do something great.
How important of it, how beneficial was it to be here in the spring and get a chance to be here?
It was beneficial in a lot of ways. Physically, getting stronger, getting faster, and mentally, getting mental toughness, and preparing my mind to prepare at an elite level, focus and just execute the game.
Obviously, you're built pretty well physically already for a freshman. I mean, just in terms of taking care of your body and wanting to come in, being ready to physically be able to play right away. I mean, how have you been able to kind of do that?
I work the man next to me. I use my brothers as a motivation. My brothers next to me, they push me to work harder, to be the best version of myself. So take care of my body is the first thing first, but I use them as my motivation.
What was it like today, just getting out there first practice?
Today, first practice, I was just a lot of focus mentally. I was focusing mentally and just enjoying the time being out there. First spring, first fall camp. Just being able just to be around a good company and around good teammates and stuff.
I know as a freshman it's hard to get in there and play, and obviously you got some really good running backs in your room, but what's kind of your mindset coming in as an incoming freshman here, trying to get out there and earn some time?
My mindset coming in is first, follow God's plan. Second, follow what Coach D told me to do. He told me to dominate on special teams, so that's what I'm gonna do. And for the running back room, we got a great room. We got Ashton Genty, the best running back in the nation. Compared to to me. And then we got Breezy, and then we got a lot of running backs in it. But it really start with the O-line, the O-line, and then the receivers and the tight ends that open up the passing game. So, it's easy for us to do our job running the ball. For me, folks, freshman-wise, just to do whatever I can for the team.
Sire, when we talk to the coaches about you, they say that, I know Spencer has this saying, built different, but he said you just kind of embody that. He says you're built different. Why is that? What stands out to you? Why do you think you might be built different? Is it mentality? Is it physical? What do you think it is?
I feel like it's everything, I try to dominate anybody in front of me. Just workouts, it doesn't matter what it is. It don't even gotta be physical. Just mentally, I'm just prepared, at all times. But one thing I could say that Coach D mentioned that built different is about the heart, Everybody's like, how's your body gonna feel? When you tired, are you gonna push through? Is you gonna fold? That's not me. I'm just looking just to remain humble and get mine by any means.
J-Mo said that you don't flinch. You just kind of approach every situation and you're just all gas, no brakes sort of ordeal. Where does that come from? How have you been able to develop that?
It come from like mentors, people I look up to, like Marshawn Lynch. If you run through somebody's face over and over and over again, they ain't gonna be able to take that. So I know me, you gotta tackle me. So it's like, I'm gonna make you tackle me, you know what I'm saying? You gotta try to tackle me open field. Plus, I play defense. I'm a defensive first player. So mentally, I'm a defensive player. Just naturally, I'm an offensive player, if that makes sense, So I think that's where it comes from.
Sire, why did you come here? You had other offers. Why did you choose Boise State?
I came here because it's a blessing, it's an opportunity. Like Coach D, sophomore year, he recruited me, him and Coach KB, at the time. So they recruited me, and it's like me and Coach D relationship always been tight. He's always somebody I can trust. He always kept it 100 with me. Never told me something that I want to hear. Always told me something that I needed. So Coach D was really the reason why I came here, and just the opportunity to play early.
You mentioned special teams. Is it like a return game, or where do you see yourself kind of fitting in there?
Anywhere Coach D wants me to play, it doesn't matter. It's just he said special teams, focus on that. That's what I'm doing.
And just the opportunity, again, you don't know how much playing time you're going to get, but as a freshman right away, some guys don't get that opportunity. It looks like you're obviously going to have some role. What's that mean as you look at the field out here and just think about, as a freshman in college, getting a chance to come out here and suit up and play for this team?
Sure, I'm just ready to have fun. It's a brotherhood here. So the best way I can have fun, I'm gonna do it. Playing early, that's the blessing, but it's baby steps to it. You gotta just mature, you gotta learn, you gotta grow, and that's what I'm willing to do. So playing early is the goal. There's a lot of steps to get there.
How do you look at kind of you and Breezy? From the outside, maybe you guys are fighting for carries behind Ashton. How do you kind of look at you and Breezy, and whether it's this year or the two of you dominate next year once Ashton leaves or whatever? How do you kind of look at big picture, kind of you and Breezy and your futures together?
Me and Breezy, like, you know, Breezy, we push each other. Like, you know, if I'm having an off day, he pushes me. If he having an off day, I push him. We gonna be each other's best competition. Like, everybody always compare us. We're two different people, two different backs. But at the end of the day, we both gonna make sure that we at the highest competition, the highest level. We both gonna make sure we reach each other's peaks.
So you said Marshawn Lynch. I mean, he's been out of the NFL since you probably played football. I'd almost assume. How did you become a Marshawn Lynch fan? You watch his highlights? Like, what's up?
I always been a Marshawn Lynch fan. My favorite running back growing up is Bo Jackson because it's how physical, how downhill, how like power to speed. That's a true back. And then Marshawn Lynch, it's the mentality. Like, you're not gonna bring me down. You know, I'm the best on the field, so that's where I get it from.
Obviously you're a fan, but how do you know about Bo Jackson? Like, I
Bo
say
Jackson?
kind of in jest, but like, man, you're pretty young to be a Bo Jackson fan.
My dad was a Raider fan, you know, so like all the, like, you know what I'm saying, Raiders was his team. But me growing up, that like running back was like a position I looked at, you know, running back and linebacker. But I always looked at the greatest running backs and always see the different type of game plays and the different type of styles. And I like how like you just run through people. So that's what I try to compare my game to.
So you're 18 years old?
17.
17 years old. Man, where does your fearlessness come from? Like, why isn't that something that you kind of unshakable in those regards?
It's just like, it's something that's built in me. Like, you know, I fear God. You know, the next man bleed just like I do, so ain't no fearing him. You know, the only person I can fear is God. So anything in front of me, you know, got to go through.
I know you've been on campus here for just a few months and you've never played in your first college football game.
Mm-hmm.
But like, when you envision your career here, what do you envision?
I just envision like what God has for me, you know. I just envision just being very successful. I envision being a leader here one day, you know, leading the team, leading the tunnels and stuff. Like, I just envision just doing something great here, you know, especially with my brothers, especially with Coach D.
Can you give us an example of your work ethic?
My work ethic, example.
You show up early, you stay late. Like, how have you been able to catch the eye of Coach Danielson with 114 other dudes in this building? He's like, no, Sire's got the work ethic.
I mean, you know, I ain't gonna sugarcoat the game, but like when everybody go home around like 9, I always bring me, not even just me, because, you know, I like to bring people with me. So I always bring me, another teammate. We come here around 9 o'clock and get extra work in. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like upper body, core, it doesn't matter if it's lower. That's just every night thing.
Final one for me. I mean, you said you're 17 and you're very well spoken. You seem like you got a good head on your shoulders. You obviously take care of your body physically. I mean, you got a bright future. I mean, what do you attribute that to? A family member, friend, like your upbringing? Like, what? Just you seem like very well put together for a 17-year-old.
I want to give thanks to my mom. You know, she really she got me level-headed. You know, my dad, he was in my life, so he pushed me to be great. And everything I do is either for my family or the people back home, because like growing up, I'm blessed to be here. You know, there's not a lot of kids that can be in my position, so I'm blessed.